let me give you some math on how small improvements can make a huge difference. So if you improve 1% every day, then in 1 year you'll be 30 times better. So what am I doing in my own publishing business? I'm looking at everything from the titles, the subtitles. Do we have a unique angle? Are they good enough? What about the descriptions? Are they easily read? What about the headline? The headline is very important. The bullet points, awaken curiosity. And the Amazon ads, is there anything we can do there? We tested a lot for March and we lost a lot of money, but that's okay because we learn. Let me tell you a story why I named this year the year of precision, optimization, and tactical improvements. So we're out here in the mountains today and we're doing some physical exercise, so we might as well talk about something related to sports. So we have the British cycling team. They didn't perform well for over 100 years. They were very mediocre, and for example, they never won Tour de France. They won one gold medal in the Olympic Games, but that's not much if you look at a 1 year period. And it even got to the point where the top bike producers in Europe, they didn't want to sell the bikes to the British because they were afraid that that would affect the sales to the other professionals. Because if the British are using the bikes, then it must not be any good. However, then a man named Dave comes along, and Dave, he's a different kind of breed. He is one that is very focused on small improvements because he understands what a difference it can make in the long run. So he looked at things such as the comfort of the bike seats. He rubbed the tires with alcohol so that they would have a better grip. He hired a surgeon to teach the bikers how to clean their hands so that they wouldn't get sick as often. And he even painted the inside of the car in white so that they would be able to spot the dust, because if it was dust on the bikes, that might affect the performance of the bikes. So many of these changes, they seem insignificant. What difference would a small change such as painting the inside of a car that transports bikes white, what difference would that make? But he really wanted to identify everything that could be improved when it comes to biking. And what happened? The results of the biking team completely transformed. In 2008, the British, they won 60% of the gold medals in the Olympic Games. And 4 years after, they set several world records. They won 5 Tour de France in a 6-year period. And all of this because they made small improvements. So let me give you some math on how small improvements can make a huge difference. So if you improve 1% every day, then in 1 year you'll be 30 times better. And this is one of the reasons why I named this year the year of precision, optimization, and tactical improvements. So every year I give my year a name, and 1 year it was turning pro, because I read the book Turning Pro, and Stephen Pressfield, he talks about that professionals, they do what they need to do whether they feel like it or not. If you're a professional writer, then you write whether or not you have the inspiration. And another year it was solidifying greatness, so making sure that I applied everything that I've learned from the books I was reading, etc. And last year it was the balancing year, where it was more about finding a balance, because for several years I was so focused on only the business aspect, but there are other areas in life, of course. And this year we have the year of precision and tactical improvements. So what am I doing in my own publishing business? I'm looking at everything from the titles, the subtitles. Do we have a unique angle? Are they good enough? What about the descriptions? Are they easily read? What about the headline? The headline is very important. The bullet points, do they awaken curiosity? And the Amazon ads, is there anything we can do there? We tested a lot for March and we lost a lot of money, but that's okay because we learn. And it can also be related to the people. So is there any feedback that we can give to the writers or other people on the team Or is there anything related to systems that we can improve? So for example, a couple of days ago, we implemented so that the editor will start to read the guidelines before they are sent to the writers, because we found that sometimes the writer didn't follow the guidelines, or the guidelines they could be better. So by putting her in place, it's an extra gatekeeper to ensure quality. So this is what I'm doing currently, what I'm focusing on, and this is something I encourage you to look at as well, because I find it fascinating that small improvements like that can make such a huge difference. And I admire Dave for that, what he did with the British cycling team. I'm sure there are many other examples of leaders who've stepped in and made small changes that seemed insignificant at the moment, but overall, when you look at the results 1 year or 2 years after, you see that they were worth it. So that's what I have for you. I will keep enjoying the mountains over here, and I'll see you in the next video.